That's not gonna be the
I,
one.
I thought you were just gonna like fight her and then upload the success.
No. No, I want people to understand all of the pain.
You could just say like the last hours, whatever. Fuck, I don't fucking care. Oh, Mark, you're such a white guy, whiting it up over there with your white ways. So have you maxed out your armor yet?
Yeah. That's
So
not
you
gonna make
think
this
that
any
should,
easier.
No, it's not. I ain't gonna lie to you. The videos I have, man, the videos I have, just know. Mark, just know. Just super duper no, dog.
No, what exactly?
Bruh, just know. That's all I can say. I just need you to know, bruh.
I can't know if you don't tell me what to know.
I'm saying that when I did it, I didn't max out my armor. But even without maxed out armor, I think I died one time when she had half of the last bar left. I almost cried.
How many times did you die to her?
I played that for like, how many times? Well over 10. Like well over 10. Cause I did it, I was at it for like 2 hours.
So have you beaten her?
Yeah,
Okay. So you have the platinum.
I do.
Okay.
But I put it on easy mode. After 2 hours of gameplay, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go back to Niflheim and just grind and get my. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I was in the damn. I was in between. I was in the damn circle bridge, on the circle bridge, I should say, and I saw myself like actually about to go back and grind to make this armor better, and I was like, no. Why am I? No, just no. I'm not doing this. I was like, I switched into easy mode, went back, and gave her the business in one go, and that was it. That was it. One shot. I was like, I'm done. It's like, I was like, I got killed and everything, and had to use my resurrection. I didn't give a fuck. I stopped having fun. Like, when it was all said and done, I gave my opinion of the game, and like, I just, as it stands, I think RPG elements are fine when they are left to RPG games. Like, if it's a battle strategy game, that's, you know, I'd even understand then. Like, I feel like RPGs are RPGs. That's what they are. You walk around, you take turns to fight, and like, it works. But when you insert those elements into games that aren't that, a shooter, a hack and slash, you know, a shooter, a hack and slash, like a RTS. The only people who like that shit are people who like RPGs. And people who like rap think a rap verse would be great in every form of music. If there's like, oh yeah, you put a break right here and put a rapper on there, it'd be great. It's like, no, rap doesn't need to be everywhere. And it doesn't sound good and everything. And RPG elements don't work good everywhere. Putting RPG shit in a racing game, a fighting game. No, don't do that. It's not designed for this. It completely fucks up the whole experience. It was like, yes, people are gonna say they like it because they like RPGs. They like the numbers. They like the way that feels. People who want to play that stuff play RPGs. People who actively go out of their way to play things that aren't RPGs don't like RPGs. It's like, I love Smash, but I don't necessarily want to combine Smash Brothers with Pokemon. I was Pokemon. I want to combine Smash with fucking Metal Gear Solid, which again, I know it happened, but I mean, like, in the actual world of Metal Gear Solid, if you ran around and fought like that, it's like, oh, that's stupid. Like, could you imagine Snake's fucking creeping around Shadow Moses and his fucking health percentage gets high, and he gets shot and he flies across the damn stage, but he doesn't die because there's nothing that he just gets sent really far away. It came down to that game does not test your skill as a God of War player. It doesn't even test your skill as a hack and slash player. It doesn't. It doesn't test your skill. It tests your armor. It tests your resolve to go find the best and upgrade the best. It tests how patient you are to get the stuff you need to play the game. That's not what I came there for, but that's what I got. I wasn't happy with it. I still ain't happy with it. Like, that gameplay isn't gonna get better because it's like it's never gonna change. It's still gonna be, you need better numbers. And if they add a new game plus, the only thing I can see them doing is they'd have to add new armor. Like, they would have to. They would have to add new armor sets and new weapons. Because,
I mean, unless they just give you the same ones, but just with higher numbers.
Yeah, that'd be the only way. That would be the only way. That would be the only way for that to work. It's like your armor resets, but your weapons don't. Like, that would be the only possible thing. I really feel New Game Plus is just going to be for people who want to get all their labors done. I mean, but you don't do understand, like, when an RPG, New Game Plus kind of, it gets, destroyed to some degree. It's like, it's something like Borderlands 2. In Borderlands, there's no fourth playthrough because there's a level 70 level cap. And once you reach the level cap, they can't give you anything higher than what you already are because you're going to be able to beat it easily. You won't be able to overcome the adversity. Because half the draw in for like an RPG is like, I can't do it now, but if I go grind, I'll be stronger than it and I'll come back and beast it. I was like, yeah. But when you are stuck in a position where it's always going to be stronger than you are. Clear the pink off of the blue? No. Well, why worry about it? You just drag hands through ass later. Oh my gosh, that's a truth for you right there.
I mean, because our health bar is just as big as it ever was. It's just a different color now, which I don't know what difference that has made for my life.
Is it yellow?
No, it's blue.
Is it? Okay.
You are muffled.
Alright.
You're getting more muffled by the minute.
Oh, but it's the best. Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I was touching the wrong part. I thought like that's the microphone down here. It's up here was in my neck. So which is hot? Which is harder, blue or yellow?
Yellow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I did, and you might be upset with me because I didn't do it. I didn't. I don't know. You ain't gonna feel anything. You're like the most emotionless person I know. Well, actually, your bro is the most emotionless person I know. I saved two. I have 3 save files. I have my save file before I started like completing shit, but I have the save file before I beat the Valkyrie and after I beat the Valkyrie. So if I ever wanted to go back, grind, and actually beat her on normal, and it'd be good, like a good fight, like I can do that. Like I can beat her on normal. But I'm not gonna. I was like, if I ever do this, if I ever do it, it'd be... Because I did the best I could. Because I had an axe pommel and a blade handle that would weaken an enemy every time you hit it. It would curse them with weakness every time you hit them. And then I had like something on me that weakened enemies in like a 50-meter radius. When she goes up into the air to do that blinding slam attack,
I know you can throw your axe at her.
or you can shoot her with arrows. A lot quicker and a lot less strategy. Well, just a lot easier. Like for me, I could shoot her with arrows and she would drop. Shock arrows to be exact. I don't know if the light arrows do anything, but the shock arrows would drop her out of the sky. As far as everything else goes, I don't think you could interrupt any other attack, but you could block almost everything. That was the thing. The stuff she did that was unblockable was really easy to dodge, and the stuff that she did that was blockable was, you know, you completely didn't take damage from it. Her 2 biggest attacks were, well, 3 is the blinding thing, the thing where she grabs you and drags you across the ground, and the thing that she stomps on your face. All 3 of those are really easy to avoid, but if she hits the thing where she blinds you, it eats a chunk of your health bar. I don't mean like, oh, it's like 33% of my health bar. No, it was like at least 70 to 60% of your health bar. Women are crazy. Some of them are worse than others, but women are crazy. Is she doing the thing where she brushes your, and she's buffing your nails or something? Sound like somebody in there scratching their crotch. Oh, okay. Scratch, 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 scratch. Girl, my pussy itching like a motherfucker. I was like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. My asshole itching, and I took a shower. What? You know your butt, when your butt itches, it's usually because it's bleeding. Or like it's cracked. Like you split your butthole a little bit. And like itching because it's healing. Mm-hmm. When your booty hole, when your asshole itches, when the hole. I mean, it can be crusty and it be uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean that it's not like cracked a little bit. Like you got like a little small split, a small split right in the right between one of the wrinkles. Shit. How you doing over there, Mark?
I'm existing.
Are you still within the first draft?
No. Are you insane? That's a stupid ass question, in my opinion.
You sounded so calm. I thought you were just. You sounded so calm. I was like, oh, he must be doing really well. He hasn't died yet.
No, I've died several times.
Okay.
I'm at that homeostasis of like I'm accepting that this is shitty and I'm not gonna be angry about it.
Okay, the homeostasis. It's the stasis of the homeboys. It's my homeostasis. It's his friend, he's Irish. That's homeostasis.
Like I've not made it past her first 5 health bars in any attempt.
Are you serious? Oh, that's... You know what? Then again, you still have to learn the pattern. Once you learn
I
the
know
patterns,
the patterns.
Oh, never mind then.
I don't want you to have a false idea of what this is. I know the patterns and
Talking to Mark.
everything. It's just she hits so hard and so fast that I don't really know what to do. I even watch this dude online. He just basically says, "Get good," like because that's essentially what he says. He says, "I've been able to do this on the hardest difficulty 30 times after learning the patterns," and I'm like, I know the patterns. I don't know what to do against that attack.
Which one?
The one where she goes up in the air and like just does a shockwave.
Okay.
That blinds you, kind of. Because I mean, I've shot her, I've thrown shit at her.
No, that. Yeah, that. I only came up against it a few times, and whenever I came up against it, I would just reset because she didn't do that all the time. Like I had went like whole fights with her, and she wouldn't do that. So by all means, like I don't know what to do to that, and it does a lot. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does blind you.
Because mind you, blocking doesn't help either.
No.
And the guy who made that video didn't even talk about that attack, which leads me to
That's
believe
because he don't know what to do. I was like, I've done it 30 times and I'm great. If you can't do it, you suck. Like,
I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best ever. I would like to just be mediocre and win. I'm okay with that. Mind you, he said the hardest difficulty when the game first came out, so I mean, he might be talking about regular hard mode. I don't know.
Mark, you have any male friends who ever actively said that they just had a big dick?
Jamal?
Other than Jamal.
No.
That's not something you hear a lot of people say. Cause like, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Like, what's the female equivalent of that? Like,
Tight.
Like, how tight? Like, I guess that would be it. Like, I got a fat clit. Like, is that something that girls are like? If a girl has a small clit and she's like, oh, my clit's all small. It's like, is that a thing?
Breast size, I guess.
Asking the girl who can hear me?
Like, they compare breast sizes and all that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I can see if you got small titties. That just goes what I'm saying. But as far as like cock meat goes, if you wearing jeans, man, if you stuffing, you stupid. Cause you gotta take them drawers off at some point.
I mean, for women, like they can be stuffing their bras.
Oh, stuffing their bras. Again, you gotta take them drawers off at some point.
Okay.
It's underwear. It's still underwear. Under drawers.
Yeah, I suppose.
So you can be stuffing your bra all day and night. Dude take you home and be like, yeah, I got big old titties. It was like, he gonna want to put one of them in his mouth. And if he chewing on Kleenex by the end of the night, he gonna be upset. I'll be faking the funk. It's like, when apparently Jay told this story last night. He was like, that's how I found out Pat had a big dick. He was like, we was at the house and we was going, he said he was leaving Pat's house years ago. And they was at the bus stop because Jay didn't want to be in the hood. He was in the hood and Jay didn't want to be out there by himself. So Pat walked into the bus stop and just hung out till the bus got out, till the bus got off. And across the street, these two chicks got off the bus, like came across the street and passed in front of them. And they kind of looked at Pat and started like giggling and like snickering. And he was like, Pat was like, you don't care. I was like, I know I'm out here just bummy, ain't worried about it. I got a big dick. That's apparently how he said it. And Jay was like, I don't even know what you said after that, because I was stuck on that. Because the way Jordan described it, Pat was talking to him, but was saying it loud enough so the girls could hear it. And he was like, all right. It's like, that's cool. And like, I don't necessarily know how I would handle it if one of the homeboys was like, yeah, man, so I got a big old dick. It's like, okay. It's like, this is information I have now. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Huh?
How would you give fucking Atreus the squirrel because his arrows aren't doing shit?
The whole fucks. Calm down. Because you already went in there and sat down for like 3 days. Like, girl, I got a fat pussy. My pussy is hella puffy. Ooh, I got a pretty pussy. I guess that would be it. I got a pretty pussy. What? That's not something to tell somebody. It depends on the bitch. Some girls be like, I got that exotic cooch. It's exotic? Yeah, it's got birds and shit in it. It's like a rainbow. It's like, I got toucans and tarantulas growing in my... Yeah, this is not a turn on, ma'am.
No, sir, it's not.
No, sir, it's not. She was trained. She was new. She ain't never been there. She ain't never done it before. I told y'all all Asian people know how to do nails. They just do it because they know that black people will get their hair done by Asian people first.
I'm
Are you
so
talking to your
upset.
sister? Ew, gross. Why not? Why? How you hanging out with her and you call me? I'm sorry to hear y'all broke up. What happened?
I'm not even asking for
She
it to
cheated on
be
you.
easy. I'm just asking for it to be doable.
No, she didn't. She just had extra Asian people doing her hands. That's what they were. It was an old Japanese dude, face looked like a goddamn fruit roll-up.
I almost made it to the halfway point that time. Almost.
That's victory in and of itself. Oh, hell no. Not the Panera money.
I can understand giving it the attacks of every single one of these Valkyries, but giving it more health
But
on top of all of that? Like, you can be hard or you can be strong. You can't be both.
she hits really hard, but she's open a lot. Like, that would be fair. Like when I say open a lot, she has like 2 main attacks. And she's open a lot, but if she hits you twice, that's the match.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But she hits you real hard, and she tanks damage like a tank. This girl up here mad. Like, hey, done fucked up my booty wipers. Your booty wipers. That was the first thing that came to mind. That's why I've never understood people doing all this shit to their nails. It's like, bruh, you ain't gonna do nothing but stick it up your nose.
Basically, everything that, you know, your nails do, the things that your hands and your nails do, you wouldn't want them like that for practical reasons. Because no one wants nails like that inside of them, I can tell you that much. Unless they're masochists, you know, that's an entirely different issue.
Oh my gosh. Just understand that, like, as a black dude, like, for me, it's weird. I'm not supposed to have those thoughts. I'm supposed to just be okay with the fact that black girls always have really... Wait, what? How's doing somebody... What the... How many trucks you done been in? I mean, you know the turn of a truck driver. That's some specific ass information to have.
Can I leave? Can I just, like, leave the fight?
We can go home.
Like, can I
take a
start the
nap.
fight and just go up the chain and, like, leave halfway and just throw
No.
my axe at her all day? Can I do that?
No, because you have to press circle to go up the chain.
You know, Mimir, I had considered a tactical retreat. That was what I was literally just talking about. I don't know why I used my resurrection stone, because I'm gonna just let myself die. there's got to be some way for this fight to be cheesed other than just turning the difficulty down. Because, you know, honestly, at this point, I think this would be the point where I would say I'm okay with turning difficulty down.
I can, but I'm not gonna. Can I get your phone number? You sound cute. No. I don't owe you shit. You my big sister. Pay for my stuff. I'm great. Like, never mind, sir. We don't want shit now. She done fucked that up. Peel out the goddamn driver. Scar! Gary. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you damn straight. Mark, what's your highest stat?
Probably strength.
Really? How? Like, what is it based on?
Yeah, my strength
The armor?
is 299.
What's your runic at?
190.
Okay, my runic was my highest stat, and for me, because technically you have what, 5 runic skills, maybe 6 if you count the summon.
Yeah.
For me, I ended up like, if that came in handy, especially in the mists and the fog, because fighting the revenants, like, they were really susceptible to most of the runic stuff. Then again, my runics are just my strongest ability, like my strongest like hitter, which is fair. I was like, so by all means, I'd say if you're not using them, be sure to be using your runic attacks. The ones with the axe, for some reason, seem to feel like they hit harder. It might just because it's fire. And you, like, with fire, fire's hot and heavy and it hurts and it's like,
Did
ow.
you say the axe?
No, the blade, sorry. Sit your nigga ass the fuck down somewhere and calm down. Jesus! You are not that raw. Lord have mercy. You trying to be hardcore is like the weirdest fucking sounding thing ever. Shit! And you can choose to refuse, and you can lose or be bruised. I don't give a fuck. You trying to be hardcore sounds so weird. I didn't say she was in the right. I I didn't say she was in the right. I ain't saying that you ain't got the right to be upset. I'm just saying express your anger in a way that suits you, as opposed to trying to be, oh, I don't know, me. And you ain't that raw. Okay, first off, you ain't that nice. let's dial it back a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna pray for her. Lord, help that ignorant motherfucker. See, there's a middle ground in there somewhere is what I'm trying to get in here. Lord, get him before I kill him. I'm telling you right now, every black mama that said that at some point about her kid. Get him before I kill him, Lord. I'm gonna kill him dead, Lord. I brought him in, I take him out.
I'm coming to you. Be okay.
My door is open, by the way. My door is wide. This is par for the course for her. You gotta remember she lives with me. So this is normal for her.
Father, no! No, Father!
You have no idea how many times I screamed for my mama yesterday when I was fighting that bitch. Your only child! Mama save him!
Alright.
She knows this. Because he wanted to just watch you, I don't know, something sexual. He got something because he was in his fantasy. He got a short dick. And he just wanted to see women like suck on something. You don't know his life. Oh, you know, he like letting puppies like scratching his nutsack. Yo, Lee. Baby. You left your purse? You left your purse? Girl, go get your goddamn purse.
Why'd I do that? Why do you keep doing that? It's a reflexive? Because I'm not gonna live.
I forgot to tell you this part. We was talking about that girl earlier. I meant to tell you this part, but I was trying to save it for last. Let me tell you something about that girl to let you know everything, okay? She told Patch, are you listening? She told Patch that when she was about 13 years old or so, she fucked a dog. It was, I won't call child. Who I'm gonna call child? You technically can. People have done it on the internet, so yeah, you can. She said, and I was like, she fucked a dog. What do you mean she fucked a dog? He was like, she told me she let him put his doggy dick inside of her pussy. It was like, huh. My favorite part is that Mark is streaming, so like all of this is getting out there. Mark, how you feel?
I don't really have much of any feelings anymore.
This signal was breaking up. Oh, there it goes again. So at any point with a Destructo Disc, do you think Krillin could have just decapitated Goku?
Probably.
There's one time at band camp, I got raped by my counselors. He was very gentle though. The woman, not so much.
On my way.
Oh. You know, I honestly expected you to get in there and just win.
No. It was never gonna be that.
Because you went out of your way to max out everything. So at the end of the day, it seems like right now you have what could easily be considered the strongest weapons. If you like, the only thing that you can alter is like your runic abilities and your slotted gems.
I mean, mind you, like it's based on what I think the best is, like, which might not mean dick. Because I value strength and defense over everything. So, I mean, if I maxed out the other golden armor, it might be better. I don't know. How would I?
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, the reason that doesn't make any sense is, here's the thing: you're designing your armor for a fight. You want to take less damage and output more damage. That's how a fight works.
Yeah, but there's other
like
armor sets that value like cooldowns of your skills and stuff like that.
But your cooldown don't mean shit if your runic levels are low. You can do them faster, but if your runics don't do a lot of damage, what difference does it make? It's a waste of time. So it would have to like increase your runic and cooldown for either or to be useful. Ratatoskar. I know your first call. Why is he so? Wait a minute. His call. He made a 20th century reference. Am I your first call?
I mean, he could be referring to just calling upon someone.
No, a first call is like clearly a being jailed reference.
I mean, it could be.
You can stretch the imagination to make it mean whatever you want. But being some. Oh. I guess technically it's your one call, but still, ugh. Ugh, I burped. Ugh. Ugh. Ratatouille.
Because this other person suggests the Valkyrie armor is better for this, because it makes your cooldowns like a lot better. And they've done it, so I mean, I don't know if I'm inclined to believe them.
But that's going to be a lot more time and effort on your end. Because you have to go get that, you have to like put that armor on and then max it out.
You have no idea how much I'm really beginning to consider like just starting a new playthrough and just accepting like this was the one thing I couldn't do on Give Me God of War.
You don't want that though.
I don't.
For two reasons. One, you don't want to be bested. Because I know you. You don't want to be bested. And two, you don't want to have to play the whole game all over again.
That's the main thing. Like I can deal with just admitting I'm not able to do this. I'm just killing me.
How about that? Because you do realize like playing the whole game over again means you'd have to do everything all over again just to get to all the Valkyries.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go to the Forgotten Mist. You'd have. I'm not gonna call it whatever it's really called because I don't care. You'd have to go to the Mist of Bog, so the Bog Fog, or the Frick Frack Niggity
Niflheim. Jesus Christ.
You had to go to Niflheim and Muspelheim. Niflheim and Muspelheim. You have to do all the challenges again on a lighter difficulty.
Which honestly, I don't think would be that bad, but it'd still be time consuming.
Oh, it'd be massively time consuming. It would, but not nearly as much as you think it would be. Because like the worst part, because you would not have to grind as much. You wouldn't have to do the side stuff. And you'd know what you were doing, so you wouldn't get lost. Meefle, and Treefle. It's a hive full of trees.
I'm not sure what Mimir was just trying to say, but he was trying to say something in the middle of that, like, Kratos got really pissed and said, "Not now, head," or some shit like that. But he was genuinely trying to say something.
Mid-fight?
Yeah.
Brother, but you should not now, head!
I know that Mimir was talking for a little bit, and then got to the point where he was like, "Yeah, that's a really interesting story, actually." And then,
okay.
You are not ready, boy.
Those are the sounds that Kratos' axe makes when he's fighting.
There's some weird noises.
This is Kratos running and swinging an axe. Yeah.
How upset would you be if, like, every time the fight started when she grabbed you, it actually hurt you?
Yeah, that would genuinely make me upset. I think Nick said it best when he messaged me. Well, because he had messaged me the night, like the morning of the 4th. We were like 1 or something in the morning, and I just didn't see the message until like the next day or later that day. And what ended up happening was he was letting me know that he got his platinum and all that stuff, and I told him, like, I'm on my way to like fight the last Valkyrie now, and that'll be my platinum. And then I was like, this is just. I forgot what I think what he said. His quote was, "Yeah, that bitch a bitch." And I feel like that sums up that fight perfectly.
That bitch, a bitch. Because that's the only thing. It really doesn't feel like I'm doing any better at any of these attempts. Because I understand the patterns and everything. I'm just not... I'm just straight up saying I'm not good enough. And I'm okay with that. But there's nothing I can do about the fact that I'm not good enough other than...
Then actually... I guess ultimately what you would have to do is try out all the armor. To like, to definitively pick the one that's best for that fight.
Because when you look up, like, what the definitive best armor is, like, everyone has their own opinion. Which is fair, because...
That's because they picked an armor that they liked, and they were good enough to win with that armor. So to them, it's the best.
Because to me, like, the definitive best armor would be the one that gets you to level 9 and has the best stats. Like, the highest stats you can possibly have, that also brings your stats up enough to make your skills do the extra shit that they can do.
Yeah, what he said.
But there's no guide that talks about that.
That's because they aren't using the guide. There's nothing in game that definitively decides this is the best. It's not like it's like if there was something in the game called the best arm or what do you use for some reason. It's like yeah.
I'm just letting her kill me because that was poopy. That was poopy.
It was shit. If you put a C in front of rap, it spells crap. That's how bad the music is. Shut up. That's a person being slapped a lot. Wow. Maybe we'll have to take some pen and paper to this. I don't know, man.
I'm at my wit's end.
You're at the end of your wits without the shit to be saying. Oh. You have a list of this order on your list at the 10?
Yeah, just kick me to death. There you go. Just dominate me with that foot and just let it be over. No, Atreus. No, you're not. I've already accepted my fate. So should you. Because I'm the guy who gets through this with the base armor and not getting hit. I'm not that person. I don't even want to be the guy. I just want to be the guy who got by.
Shit.
Like, cause mind you, this dude who made this guide, like, he literally says, like, anytime she goes in the air, just throw your axe at her and it fixes everything. No, it doesn't.
I'm about to say that's not true at all. Cause I gotta tell you for sure, the shock arrows, when she does that big fuck you attack, the shock arrows will pull out of the sky.
At your fucking service.
Interesting story there.
Oh, he was making reference to the squirrel. That's what it was. Lemire apparently knows something about the squirrel.
Ratataskatara?
Yeah.
Ratataski? Ratatouille? This is easily the best one. This is the best Bugs and Daffy cartoon. Duck Season is easily the best one. Duck Rabbit Season. Rabbit. Dirty.
Martin! It's unfair!
It is, baby. Mm-hmm. Mama knows.
I'm not even halfway down her goddamn health bar.
I just want to point out the whole point of this cartoon is Daffy Duck is trying to get Bugs Bunny murdered.
Yeah, just because he's annoying. To him, mind you.
Well, apparently the whole point... The whole point is just for him to not get shot. Whatever you think.
Was it actually rabbit season or duck season, though?
Huh?
Was it actually rabbit season or duck season, though?
It was actually Duck Season.
Okay. That's all I was asking.
And Core Night.
But do you love a rainy night?
I do actually. Oh, it's sexy.
Yeah, arrows don't seem to do that on this difficulty.
What?
The arrows do not knock her out of the sky on this difficulty.
They don't? Oh, I am so sorry.
I mean, from what I can tell, anyway.
Were you using the shock arrows?
I'll try to use the shock arrows, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes.
I mean, the sad thing is you have to wait for her to do it. Given how long that fight takes on that difficulty, has there ever been an instance of PlayStation relocking trophies for somebody?
No.
Alright.
No, I'm ruining your life. Let me lay down.
Yeah, arrows don't work on this difficulty.
I'm sorry, Mark. I've led you astray and have gotten you hit.
I mean, I'm dead. I'm more than dead. How many hits do you think, like, roundabout, that you could take on the easier difficulties?
A lot more than you want to hear.
Because I'm gonna guess that it's more than 2. If it's more than 2, then it's more than I can take.
I'll put it this way. On the easy mode, she stomped my head 3 times, and it didn't even like do like 33% damage. It did maybe 33% damage. Whereas on like normal, on balance, quote unquote, it did it over 50% damage.
Right.
Like not over 50%, but there have been times when like I had like a good chunk of health and I thought that I would be able to survive it, and I did not survive it.
This bitch isn't even the queen of the Valkyries. That's the most annoying bit of this entire situation.
Oh, so you already know what
I
happens
already know
at
about
the
the
end of the
stupid
fight.
bullshit, yeah.
Oh, technically she is the queen of the Valkyries.
There's only one queen, Martin.
And there's a dude named Robert dressed in drag.
My favorite thing is when she does this fake out bullshit while she does the jumping for Valhalla shit.
And she only does like the one.
No, she does. She lays down fire and then she does the thing where she drops down top of you. So the timing is really weird. So it's hard to even begin to dodge it. And one of those is enough to kill me. So Or what she does in the middle of my rage. I could just sit here all day and let her... Oh, nope, there goes. So eventually, if she drops down top of you and kicks you while you're in rage mode, your rage will eventually run out.
Yeah, like that much I understood.
Because the rage meter was gone for a while before it finally faded away. I love everything about this fight. You don't even understand.
Oh,
Great.
I guess it's gonna storm.
Why does her helmet look like it's got lipstick around the face area?
Blood.
Is that what that's supposed to be? Is that supposed to be blood?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just
Well, Bill went to town on her face.
I'm sorry.
Enemies with shields will block all of Kratos' attacks from the front. Did you know that? Just kill me. Nothing's okay.
Are you serious? We just had a game commercial where two boys took a jock strap and put it on their dad's face because they thought the stink. Just it points out the fact that they know that the jock strap holds his dick and ball.
Was it a used one?
No, they got it out of his looked like they either got it out of his gym bag or his laundry bag. I couldn't tell. But they picked it up with a stick on top of everything. But it was clean. It looked clean.
So they clearly knew though that it was a gross thing that they were doing.
Yes, they knew that it'd go over that like it underwear without the butt.
I think the most I've done so far is like 6 of her health bars. Like that's about as good as I can muster. She did that shit twice. Yeah, Trace's arrows don't do dick in this fight. I don't know what to do.
Scream in agony.
If I was consistently like going further each time, like I felt like I was actually doing the fight better, I would be okay. But I'm not. I'm not doing any better. I'm doing worse, in fact, most of the time. I love that I just wasted that entire attack. That's my favorite.
And she moved out of the way. And it happens. It'll happen.
Like, because it really feels like this is just going to come down to, like, one of those moments where I feel like I just got a lucky run where she didn't do any of the bullshit attacks. Like, if I don't make it halfway down her health bar before I have to use my resurrection stone or anything, there's no point in going on.
Yeah, the tactic I used was have as close to full rage when I went in as I could.
No, I have full rage. I made sure, like, of all these things, like, there is nothing I have not prepared for. I just can't.
Look, the health got low. I'd say about halfway, I popped the rage. Like, refill my health bar. And while I was doing that, I would activate the squirrel. He'd give me more rage. I'd pick those up. You try to pick them up while the rage was still going. So if I got hit, I didn't lose health, just rage bar.
I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything else I should put in these slots.
Consider a tactical retreat.
That is the thing. Nothing more. Nothing at all.
So what are you learning?
That life is pain. do you think you are, Martin? Are you asleep?
I'm sleepy.
That's not right.
Wait, what?
That's not right.
Why ain't it right?
I saw this thing like 3 times, and every time I saw it, I swear I saw the words "Eye of the Winged Chicken."
What does it say?
The Winged Chosen. It doesn't matter how many times I saw it, I just kept seeing the Winged Chicken. Let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna give this like 5 more attempts, and then I guess I'm gonna start working on the Valkyrie armor. See if it does me any better.
Wing that chicken, Mark.
Keep fucking that chicken. Keep fucking that chicken. Did you know that Brock and Sindri are master blacksmiths? Well, they are. You better visit their shops and use their resources.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay here for your grindy grinds, and then I'm gonna go take a nap because this happened to me last night. Like I woke up. And I guess I wasn't ready to be awake yet.
I mean, you can go.
No, I have to stay with you. 'Cause you need me.
I just accidentally used my rage.
I need you.
Didn't mean to use my rage.
And you were trying to run and lock on at the same time. It happens to me a lot. Mostly because my left stick is really sensitive. Because it don't take for much for me to activate my rage. Or like clicking L3. Cause I love you and he loves her, but we don't think stuff words. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no.
I will say, after using this guy's setup, I'm making a lot more progress. Like, the only thing that I'm not doing that he has is the Valkyrie armor. Because this is just poor play on my part, but I made it through 5 health bars of hers pretty easily, to be honest. Because he actually did the thing where he's like, okay, this is my in-game setup. These are all the things I'm using. This is what's on my axe. This is... Like, he went through and actually said, like, this is what's working for me. And, like, in some cases, this would be better, like, depending on who you're fighting and stuff. Like, that's the type of thing he did. Which is the right way to do it, in my opinion. Again, that's just poor play on my part.
You don't look too good.
Why'd I activate that?
I guess this is my life now. Reloader! Such a customer. Interesting story there. What's
Well, it's another failure stream, I suppose, but I'm gonna go try to work on that armor now.